I'm here in Berlin for the first look at a car that we know is a real Electrifying.com favourite, the Hyundai Kona. Looks really different. But before I show you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and switch those notifications on. Right then, let's take a look. So the headline is that the car is now larger, it's much more spacious, and it's got a new look for both the inside and the outside. Now, in the words of SangYup Lee, Hyundai's head of design, and incidentally, World Car of the Year, Person of the Year for 2023, the Kona has been upscaled. I can kind of see what he means. His aim is to ensure that Hyundai's cars don't look the same. And you know which brands I mean when I say that. So let's start with the really obvious stuff, the outside, because that is very different to before. Take a look at the old one to refresh your memory. For me, the most eye-catching part of its design is the daytime running light that stretches the width of the front. Hyundai calls it a seamless horizon lamp, and you get a similar one at the back, including that funky pixelated look we've seen on the IONIQ 5 and 6. And that ties in with the pixels here on the bottom half of the front of the car. Charging port, by the way, still on the front, but in a major upgrade, it is now heated and it has lighting. How brilliant is that? You know, I spent so many cold, dark nights fumbling around trying to plug a charging cable in using the light of my phone, invariably dropping one or the other, which is never good. So I think this is a brilliant addition to the new Kona. Another great example of detail are the active air flaps in the front. They open and close depending on the Kona's need to stay cool, so it can be as aerodynamic as possible. Another interesting part is how the headlights and indicators are pushed out right to the edges. It makes the Kona look wide and chunky, but it's actually only 25mm wider than the old one. It's a clever optical illusion. From those headlights, you get a big crease that runs along the body of the car and really shows up those wheel arches. So what do you think? Do you like the way it looks? Let us know in the comments below. So let's get on to what's powering the Kona, and that means a 65.4 kilowatt hour battery pack and a 160 kilowatt motor. They give a WLTP estimate of around 300 miles, which is amongst the best in the class. And that range should be protected because the Kona now has a proper battery preconditioning system. So we shouldn't see the numbers fall off too far in winter. And like the Nero, the Kona is likely to have a slower peak charging rate than the old one, but by flattening out the charge curve, it should charge at a higher average rate, meaning 10 to 80% of charge should drop in time from around 47 minutes to nearer to 40 minutes. Small amount, but it's worth having. All these little improvements heading in the right way. But it's when I get in here that I get most excited about the new Kona. Before I start taking you through this interior, let me just remind you what the old one looked like. Different in here, isn't it? It's so nice. It's a massive leap forward, both in terms of quality, but also I think in terms of design. It just feels, I guess, really upmarket in here. Upscaled, as they like to say. I think the first thing that really grabs your attention are the twin 12.3-inch displays, this sort of dual screen thing that you find in the larger, more expensive cars in Hyundai's range. I also really like the way the driver controls are now all focused around the steering wheel, and that includes the driver selector, which is down here. So what that does is free up space down here in the centre console. I have to say, somebody has been listening. All those buttons that are really fiddly and hard to use when you're on the move, if they're in a touch screen, are here in physical form. So underneath this screen, you've got the buttons for the infotainment system, physical controls for the climate control, and then just down here under the bank you've got heated and cooling for your seats, and an array of wireless charging and lots of USB-C outlets and a 12-volt charging point, all really handy if this is going to be a family car. Here on the steering wheel you've got paddles to adjust regenerative braking, which has also been upscaled. So what you get is a new system which is smart regen, and that adjusts according to traffic flow. It also now offers true one-pedal driving, so you can accelerate, decelerate, and also stop using just the accelerator pedal. Now, if you watch my videos a lot, you will know that I really love one-pedal driving. I like really strong regeneration, so I'm really looking forward to trying that one out. So what else to show you in here? Look over here. Proper electronic buttons for all of the windows, none of that messing about where you've got just one set that opens both the front and the back. Yes, I'm looking at UVW. It drives me mad. You haven't got those in here. This is a really smart thing. See these little square dots in the centre of the steering wheel? That is actually Morse code for the letter H. It's there instead of the company logo, and I think it's really cool. And also very handy if you do ever need to know what the Morse code for H is. You also get digital mirrors as an option if that rocks your boat, and absolutely stacks of storage. So let's just take a look at this. You've got decent sized storage with a good area for bottles in each of the doors. You've got your wireless charging pad here that I've mentioned. Really nice shelf there, which is handy, and ooh, good sized glove box. I love this bit in the centre. So this sort of central console has got a really nice flat area with little cup holder supports that pop in and out. And again, under here, if it lifts up, oh, removable tray and a good sized storage bin in there. My handbag would fit in there. That's really useful. I think all in all, the feeling of space that you get in here in comparison to the old model is fantastic. But most of all, gosh, it just feels like it's had such a big upgrade. Sorry, playing around with the adjustments on the seats. Lots of adjustment in the seats. They're both operated in this version by electronic switches just down where you'd expect to find them. But there's also, you see, the ability to control the passenger seat by the driver. Handy for school runs, or dare I say it, taxi drivers. Anyway, they are very comfortable, but I'm going to tear myself out of this lovely lounge style interior and go and investigate the back. So here in the back, well, it does feel a lot more roomy. Headroom is good. I know I'm only 5'4", but it is good, trust me. But really, the main thing is because it's longer, you get this extra sense of space in here. And also because the front seats have been slimmed down. Now, you don't notice it from the front, they are really comfortable, but you definitely do here at the back. You can see the profile is narrower. I really like this bench seat style and the flat floor. Again, it just helps with that feeling of roominess. Windows are a little narrower here in the back, but you've also got these quarter lights, so it feels quite light in here. Kind of modest little bins in the doors, but you will fit a bottle in there, a good bottle of water, but you have storage on the back of the seats. A couple of USB-C ports down there. But the big thing is that the Kona gets vehicle-to-load technology, which means the car acts as a massive battery for anything with a 3-pin plug. So you can plug in your laptop to get some work done, hairdryer, microwave, whatever takes your fancy. It's an absolutely brilliant piece of technology, and trust me, it's not a gimmick. It's something that you do find you will use loads when you actually have a car with it on. Right then, on with some work. And while I'm at it, I'll put my rear heated seats on to keep me cosy. And this theme of having more room continues. There you go. Here in the boot. So the boot is definitely larger than the size of the old one. They're being a bit coy about exactly how big it is, but it is definitely bigger. Let me show you something really clever. So if I unhook this up here, take it out. There we go. Watch this. It slides in there, so you have a home for your parcel shelf when you're not using it. How brilliant is that? And for me, it's just another example of some really clever touches around the Kona, like that charging port at the front, like some of the storage inside, that elevates this car and makes it feel really quite special. Oh, and up front, let's not forget, there's a good size frunk. And you know how we like frunks. So what else to tell you? Well, the Kona is set to come with an inbuilt dash cam, and some of the options, things like full surround view cameras, are just really nice touches, the kind of technology you expect from cars in a category above. The Kona can now receive over-the-air updates, so you get the latest update straight to your car, just the same way you might do your phone or your laptop, and it will get Hyundai's decent warranty, along with a wealth of driver assistance programs.
So prices haven't been announced yet, but we expect them to be in line with the current electric model.
So what do you think, electrifiers? Look, in a nutshell, it's got more space, it's got improved technology, better levels of equipment. I think it looks more appealing, and it's got an interior that really, in my opinion, stands out from the competition. I do like it a lot. However, there are a lot of good electric cars in this category, aren't there? So let us know what you make of it. Would it be on your list of contenders? Do let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and like, because we will be driving this very soon.